What's up, people? Winchell here, video number 2. Now on the last video I realized I left something out. I left out a MIDI keyboard. Now MIDI basically stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface, which boils down to this. Now a regular instrument like a guitar, saxophone, drum set, any of those items, they produce a sound. They physically make a sound. Now with a MIDI keyboard like this, it does not create any sound whatsoever. And neither does this. This is also a MIDI controller. Those don't create any sound at all. All they do is act like a carrier for the notes. Your computer is what actually makes the sound, or a sound module also makes the sound. And all it is a file full of different sounds. You choose which sound you want it to sound like, and then whenever you hit a key on the MIDI keyboard, it tells the computer to play that sound on that note. So you can go up and down the keyboard and it will play the low one, and then it'll play the high one. And that's what it does, is it layers that sound. So it's basically using this keyboard to trigger sounds inside of your computer. And that's a great way to record, especially if you're making beats, because what you can do is, after you're done doing your performance or recording, you can go back and change one single note out of that entire group, because what it does is, on the screen, it physically shows you when you hit that note in time. It shows you basically a time grid, and as time goes by, it shows you where that note hits. So you can move it left or right to change the timing. You can also change the volume. You can change the note. Let's say you hit the wrong key. You can move that up or down the grid to go up or down the octave on the notes. And that allows you for small editing of bad performances. Whereas normally you would record with an instrument, if you make a bad performance, you have to re-record from scratch. But with a MIDI instrument or a MIDI controller, you have a lot more control over what the final product ends up being, which is awesome. So again, I started off last video saying you need a computer with a digital audio workstation, which is a DAW, which is a recording studio in a box type program. You got your computer, recording software, your MIDI controller, which helps you compose and change things, and then your interface, which you really don't need an interface to get started. You can, but if, again, you're on a tight budget and you're just looking to make quick beats, again, you don't need a MIDI, you don't need an interface, and you could probably get away without getting a MIDI controller, because on a few of the digital audio workstations, or the few of the programs, you can actually use just your standard QWERTY keyboard here as a piano. It literally lets you create chords or single note hits. You can do bass lines on it, and then afterwards adjust, the stuff. But you can do it that way. And I've seen a few people do it on their laptops. It's quick to do, and FL Studio is great for that, because again, you don't need a MIDI keyboard, you don't need an audio interface. You can get started with just your computer, and I'll leave a link below to FL Studio so you can check it out. But yeah, that's what I think I forgot in the last video. And again, I'm going to be going through just some of the things that you can use in your home studio, or some of the things that you might run into along your ways. So that's video number 2, signing out. If you liked it, comment, rate, and subscribe. Tell your friends. I'll talk to you later. Peace.